Welcome to the Stress That to Calm Down Lunch and Learn sessions, the Evergreen Edition. That's right, the Evergreen Edition. Now, originally, this was a live event over 5 days, but the value and the feedback was such that there was massive benefit in doing an evergreen version of this. Because if it's a live event, then you've kind of got to rock up in that particular week, on that particular day, at that particular time. And, sometimes we haven't got that capacity in our diaries. So having this evergreen edition allows people to come in from all over the world at any time and go through each of the sessions whenever and wherever they like, and they can do it in their own time at their own pace. And so this is the Evergreen Edition. So welcome. I'm first off, look, I'm proud of you. And I know that sounds like a really weird thing to say, but I am. And I say it a lot to my clients, and I'm probably going to say it again during these sessions. But I am, because sometimes it can take courage to say, you know what, I need a bit of help. You know what, I am a bit stressed. I'm a lot stressed. I get a lot of stress. And maybe I'm not that stressed right now, but I know I'm getting to cycles of stress. I know it can take a bit of courage sometimes to go, hey, I need that help. And to actually reach out and do something about that. Again, you're in the minority because most people don't. They struggle on regardless. And then guess what? They get more stressed, more frustrated, more exhausted. And whilst they may not go down the slippery path of full depression, anxiety, burnout, and worse that I went through, at best, they just live a less fulfilled life, a life on the edge, and a life feeling like they're under pressure all the time and stressed, and that they haven't got the balance right, and they haven't got the quality of lifestyle and professional life and personal life and the relationship. They haven't quite got what they were capable of. And worst case scenario, well, they do go down the paths that I go down. So I know that anybody taking action, it's a massive thing. And some of you might be going, no courage at all, Martin. I just pressed the button. I thought, dude, this could help. I'll press the button. But for some of you, well, there's a little bit more courage involved. So I want to acknowledge that and say I'm proud of you. And so, yeah, I just want to keep this relatively brief, in keeping with the rest of the sessions. Just to give you a heads up on what to expect and the framework in which this all sits. So look, we've got 5 sessions ahead of you. First one's on mindset, then workload, time, habits, and then we finish up with the compound effect of all of those things. And each session is 30 minutes or so. Give me a little bit of leeway. 30 minutes or so, but I try to keep these as manageable as I can. There are 3 main takeouts from each of the sessions. I've tried not to overload you, but I've also tried to be true to my ethos, which is add massive value and hold nothing back. So I can confirm, I guarantee I've not held anything back in the sessions you get. I give you what I can in the time that we've got available. If I was to do a 3-hour version of this for each session, then you probably wouldn't have rocked up to this. You'd have gone, I can't afford that time. So we've made this really manageable. But I've chosen 3 of the most powerful things that you can use right now, put into place immediately to make a difference. And don't be tempted, right? Don't be tempted to go, well, you know what? I could do with being a little bit better at time. So I'm just going to skip to the time section, Martin. Or, oh, my workload is such a nightmare. I'll just go to the workload. Do them in sequence. Start with mindset. And it's so important. And some of you are going to go, fluffy mindset. Please, trust me. Trust the process. Start with mindset, because there are stories, there are beliefs you have about your work and your relationship with work that are holding you back. And they will continue to hold you back. So you could skip ahead and learn some great stuff. You will, but you won't put it into place. Or you'll put it into place for a little bit, then you'll fall off the wagon. And the reason for that is because your mindset is still in, I got to work harder and longer mode, as well as other stories that we're going to go through in mindset that are holding you back. So start with the mindset, and it's not a massive shift. It's just small shifts. It takes what you're thinking right now and going, how could we look at this a little bit differently? And all of a sudden, and as a result of the mindset shift, you're going to look at your workload differently. And then as a result of looking at that differently, you're going to look at your time differently. And then you're going to look at your habits differently. It's all linked. Trust the process. It's in the order, and the things have been chosen for a very good reason. So yeah, just, from here, go into module 1, check it out. And then with each of the modules, there's an exercise. There's an action point. Nothing changes. I will reiterate this throughout. Nothing changes unless we take action. Coming on something like this, learning some new things is wonderful. And a lot of people go on courses and programs and they learn wonderful things and they get inspired and motivated in the moment. And then they don't do anything with it. And then they wonder why their life hasn't changed. Well, this isn't you and I. You've already pressed that button to go, you know what? I need to stress less and dad more. Right. I'm going to take the action. And this is one of the big things about showing up here. Show up. Don't show up. There is a massive difference. Show up like this is going to make a difference. I'm going to make this work. I'm going to put in the time. Schedule the time in. Right, I'm going to go. And it doesn't matter whether you do it you blitz it all, because it's the evergreen edition. If you blitz it all in one go, in one session, brilliant, right? But make sure you put the actions into place. Or if you want to stagger it over 5 days or 5 weeks, whatever it works for you, but put it in the diary and do it. Show up like this is going to make a difference. Every module has an action. So it's really good to do the session and then put the stuff into practice and then move on. You're going to get more benefit from doing that. So that's what to expect. And with each module, mark it as complete, and then by the end of it, you'll get the chance to do a review and give us some stars, give us some words. But I'd also encourage you throughout, please leave comments. What lit you up? What was an insight? What did you get out of it? What have you tried? What's worked? What's happened? What improvement have you made? Love to hear from you. And it's not just for me. I want to know that if I'm on point and if there's anything I can change and be better, obviously I want to know that. But what you're going to do by leaving comments about what you're doing and the actions you're taking and the insights you're getting, you're going to inspire other dads. And this is so important. It's not just about you and I. We together can inspire other dads to take action, stress less and dad more. So this is the Lunch and Learns. And I said, I just wanted to give you a quick outline of the framework within which this fits. This is something that I call, this is what I call work leadership. Okay, so we are talking about stress and less, but this is not a stress management course. This is not stress coping strategies. And this isn't a time management course or a work management course. It's not that. This is what I call work leadership. Because there are a lot of managers out there. And managing can cause us stress, because all managers do is go, right, here's all the pieces, here's all the bits, right? And they're just juggling all the pieces. What I want you to be I want you to be the leader. I want you to be the leader at work. I want you to be the leader at home. I want you to be the leader of your life. And leaders assess the situation, know the questions to ask, know how to look at things differently, know how to prioritize their time, and they go, that right there, that's what we're going to focus on. That's going to make the biggest difference. That's what a leader does. And it doesn't matter what your job is. You get leaders at all levels. It is a mindset. It's a way of looking at things. It's a way of behaving. It's a way of acting. And we're going to give you that leadership model to get you out of stress. You're going to be able to do more in less time, have more impact at work. Because the work bit is the thing that's stressing you out right now and sucking up all your time. So we're focusing on that. But in doing that, you get more time with your family, quality time with your family. So the work leadership model is a little bit like an iceberg. So above the surface, you've kind of got, stress or calm. And stress is, code word for overwhelm, frustration, exhaustion, all of those things that we feel when we're stressed. And then calm is code word for confident, feeling in control, feeling clear, feeling focused. That's what calm is. You are a lot more calm when you are those things. And that's what we're going to be looking at through these lunch and learn sessions. So above the surface, you can see, oh, they're stressed or they're calm. But under the surface, the rest of the iceberg are made up of the 4 items, the 4 elements that we're going to talk about. Mindset, how you look at the world, how you look at others, how you look at yourself, how you look at work is massive. It is the foundation for everything. But then that leads to, how do I deal with my workload when everything's urgent, important, and I've got 101 things on the list? How? It leads to looking at that better. And as a result of that, we then look at time, because time is our most precious resource. So we need to be more precious about it. So how do we do that? And then how do we build the habits to make sure that we're doing this stuff on a daily, regular, weekly basis to make sure that we're going to stress less and dad more, or have more calm, more success? Have we got stress habits or have we got success habits? So under the surface of our iceberg, these are the things that are moving us, because if some of these things are out of kilter, if some of these things aren't quite positive, they're not doing us a service, they're doing us a disservice, well, the iceberg's going to tip towards being more stressed. But if we can get the balance right, if we can understand some more frameworks and strategies, more questions to ask, we can build them into regular habits, well, all of a sudden we find ourselves in a more calm, confident situation. So this is the work leadership model. And the sea in which it fits, all around it, the basin, the cliffs on either side. Well, that's the compound effect, because you put all of that together, it's a powerful, powerful entity. Individually doing these things and then combining some or all of these things, the impact is far greater than the individual sum of the parts. So amazing compound effect. But that ocean as well, that's everything else. That's the people in your life. That's the work. That's the commitments, the obligations, that's the external environment, all those things that can influence us. So as an iceberg, we've got to go, right, what's our mindset? How are we going to deal with it in terms of work? How are we going to deal with our time? How can we deal with it with our habits? What's the compound effect of us doing all this stuff? When we can do this, it doesn't just impact work. It impacts everything. And that's kind of the secret to this. I want to give you what you want. I'm also going to give you what you need. There might be slightly different things, but you're going to get everything. And that's why, I'm so pleased that you're here. This is what it's all about, the work leadership model. But we're going to go through the Stress Dad to Calm Dad lunch and learn sessions, the evergreen edition, together. And we're going to help you stress less and dad more. Can't wait to see your comments. I can't wait to see your progress. Please do share. This is it, people. Welcome. And I can't wait to see you stress less and dad more.